hiding in the bushes now. Come on now, hit that like button, share and subscribe now. I know you peeping. Quit hiding in the bushes now. Come on now, hit that like button, share and subscribe now. I know you peeping. Quit hiding in the bushes now. Come on now, hit that like button, share and subscribe now. I know you peeping. Quit hiding in the bushes now. Come on now, hit that like button, share and subscribe now. Hey, y'all know the drill. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the home of Black Titanic. Y'all know this time of the morning the nurse be coming through here, so if I leave, I'm coming right back. When the nurse knock on the door, I have to leave. But first of all, house rules is everything on this channel is allegedly. I don't own no rights to any music if it pops up. No copyrights. Everything for entertainment and educational purposes. Everything is allegedly just my opinion, just my co-host opinion, and just my co-host allegedly. Hey, I love it when I clap in and you guys are up here already. Mary, Marcy Starling, Grand Rising, you guys. It's almost in the afternoon. Hey, y'all. I was up late last night and I happened to be watching TV and y'all know Pinky, y'all. I went over there. I think that was her first live. Yeah, we had a good time over there last night, and she bought me a birthday gift. Y'all know this is my birthday month, so I'm still celebrating. But Miss Marcy Stoller said, "Good morning, everyone. Praise God for brand new mercies, renewed strength, and blessing." Oh, it's moving. Oh. There you go. Oh, it's got, okay, let me see. Here you go. Brand new mercy, renewed strength, and blessing us to see another day. Now, let's blast these scammers, stealing, lying, fake, jealous, and broke Scots out. Dad, what a way to start the video. Blasting these Scots out. Hey, pretty brown eyes with your pretty self. She's so pretty. Pretty brown eyes. She got that right. That girl is gorgeous. Anyway, pretty brown eyes, welcome here. You guys know that she is a content creator. Y'all go support her. Any other content creator that be on here, welcome. Let me put my cash app before I forget it. Thank y'all ahead of time for giving me cash app. Today, y'all, we're gonna have we're talking about melanin today. Melanin, that's what you guys are made out of. Melanin, know yourself, know thyself. That is the most powerful thing. If we were a people that knew ourselves and we taught our true self to our children, we would be back in power again. I ain't talking about power of other people. I'm talking about just power in general for our community. Now, I was looking up how, we know that we got these scammers in the community, right, y'all? We know that we got these predators in our community. They look like us, but they prey on us. They steal from us. They have no respect. And I'm talking particularly about Letitia and Marsau. Now, a lot of people say Letitia don't know anything about some of this stuff he's doing, but yes, she do. Yes, she do. That video, that the little clip that I got from Anthony, she's sitting right there at that table with her husband. They trying to what they call a finance, finance. They trying to go all talk all around the bush and took this man $25,000, y'all. This what got me when I was looking at Joy. Joy is the business owner that owned that clinic, the dermatologist clinic. She said the first thing he did was try to solicit her through the TV program. So that's what they do. They use this TV Love and Marriage Huntsville on network as a way to solicit and lure victims in, as a way to con people out, because that's what they do. I even heard Marsau told what's his name, Buzz, the little barber, yeah, I give you a platform. Talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville on network. So they use this. Love and Marriage Huntsville has become a criminal empire to solicit people from the community. And then on top of that, the producers help them. What is the producer? What y'all think this Black Expo word? It's for the community. It's for the community. They kept stressing that, luring our people and luring our people in only to scam them. They're predators in the community, you guys. That's what they are. And I don't know why Carlos King still got this man, these Scots on. Why are they still here? He know. And then I didn't do that. I got to do that one on Kiki. I hate how they doing Kiki. They're using that girl's struggle. That is a disease. That's serious. Y'all know I used to work. I did a lot of work, a lot of different jobs, but all are related to nursing. But when I did drug and retreat. I was the medication nurse. I was not the counseling. But those people in there, most of them have some serious stuff that done happened to them, and they use drugs to cope. Some of them, maybe they was a mistake how they got addicted, right? The doctor give you a pain pill. You don't have surgery, you have pain pills, and then you get addicted to them. So they're using this girl, Kiki, this lady addiction, this lady disease, this lady doing very well trying to recover. She doing great. She have gotten off of this stuff, and look at how they treating her. It was no mistake that video was leaked. It makes me feel like they set her up just to have this on their portfolio to blast her with. Tisha, you getting yours, girl. You gonna get yours, Tisha. You low down to your cousin. There's nowhere in the world you need to be letting your husband talk about your cousin like that, knowing that she's struggling with stuff. Not one time had this girl brought up why you was arrested for drugs. I don't know. It's two things where you can have drugs. You either a user or you selling it. Why were you arrested? Why were you arrested for drugs? And you didn't get no bond neither. They held your butt. Why don't we talk about that? Why don't we talk about the many scams, all the lawsuits that y'all got? Mary Brown. Mary Brown, my best friend named Mary Brown, said, I think these people that have been scammed should bring a lawsuit against Carlos and own network. And I bet Carlos will get rid of the Scots. He's protecting them, you guys. How do all these people, they the main character, but they choose Kiki to focus on. She just sort of like a guest on the show. She like a guest on the show, but they gonna focus on this girl, the whole scenery on this girl addiction. He talking about call the police and give her a drug test. That pissed me off. Call the police on you, yourself, my soul. You ain't no good. No good, y'all. I passed Black Lounge. I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all should see how that place look over there where that barber was trying to rent that side. The barber trying to rent. It's attached to it. It's just all one building. It's black, but they got like a little room over there that's been like that since they bought the place. The place was like that even before they bought the place. I've been passing that place. I used to, and then he got y'all thinking that he built that place. There used to be a club, y'all. We used to go party at right there back in the day. He ain't built shit. He might have thrown some made a house somebody, or he might have thrown some paint on somewhere. Just painted the walls, maybe. But he did not build that. That's a lie. Building and remodeling is two different things. They got to know they talking how they done build blacks. You ain't build shit. That building been up there. And that same side that the barber was trying to rent out. Been like that too, y'all. It's that he ain't did nothing to it. They keep trying to finesse this man. This boy young enough to be he could be his uncle or his daddy or something, and he doing that young entrepreneur like that. Hey, lies, more lies. I'm just caught up in my feeling. Let me get to y'all. Hello, everyone. Did y'all notice Kiki said someone should drug test you, Marsau? Y'all, I was thinking about that. Why do they go through money like that? They act like that. I'm not accusing them of being crackhead, but they got some crackhead moves. Both of them. Crackhead moves. Every time money get in your hand, you ain't got it to show. I'm gonna do Sister Joy tomorrow, y'all. When Sister Joy talk about that $17 million, let me tell y'all about that. That I read up on and I've been knew about it, but it was to be divided between several future entrepreneurs, right? Scott was they named one of them as being one of them. That $17 million don't belong to them. It was granted in 2019. 2019, okay, we had the grocery store. They been up and running. They used their money, whatever portion they got, they been up and running. Several restaurants, they been up and running. Scopes with this Fairfield, y'all know about Fairfield, still a hunk of dirt out there. And they got delayed on there. So they portion of the money, I don't know if they gave them that portion of the money yet or what. But what they do is I notice every year they don't check it. Whoever they call it into, they'll say they got that $17 million. They'll put it up. 2019, they got $17 million. 2020, they got $17 million. 2021, 22, 23, they still talking about that, and they'll have it advertised and printed up as if they just got it this year. But that's where that $17 million come from. And Miss Joy, I always park in her parking lot, you guys. Like when I go down there to film to see what's going on with Scopes, I park in her parking lot. Her little business sitting right there connected to that field. And when she talk about she sees Scopes flags flying, yeah, they still got that flag flying. It is some movement going. I don't know if it's still going, but I did pass there. It was some movement going where they were digging up stuff, the earth. And that's since they got Gino now. Gino got a real construction company. I don't have nothing against Gino. You know, he got a background, but the man probably trying to change his life. My soul probably taking trying to take the like he always do, like he the businessman when it's really Gino that got stuff up and running. So I don't know what they done did behind the scene or how they got Gino involved, but they definitely can't use Scopes. I said that the reason that whatever was delayed out there, that Fairfield, was all those many lawsuits they got, y'all. Anyway, now con artists, we talk about con artists and predators in the community, y'all. Even though con artists would like for you to believe them, they have to figure a way to just blend in the community. They dress. Some of them dress nice. Some of them might even have a nice office. They use black lounge. And of course, they never have an office for scope because a lot of them just give you a PO box. I'm talking about in general what con artists do because that's what we're working with. Some con artists. In other words, scopes is virtual. Y'all look scopes up on the internet. It's just a virtual. Something they done got off the internet. That scope, you'll never know what scope said. They got a Tennessee address. They got an address right there on that corner of a vacant parking lot. But anyway, nevertheless, that's what con artists do. They either give you a PO box or some kind of fictitious something where their business is at. So in other words, when we talk about scopes, we don't know where scopes is at, y'all. They always talk about their office. Where is their office? This would kill me on Love and Marriage Huntsville. On Love and Marriage Huntsville, Tisha get up there like we stupid. He done kicked me out my office. Season after season after season. We ain't never seen y'all in no office. Every time we see y'all doing something, we looking at y'all sitting in that nasty black lounge. But you need to clean up. I ain't never seen no office for Scopes. Tell me, where is Scopes? Tell me, I want to know. I'm at that office building, and then they did make up one. Y'all remember when they brought Gino in? I ain't got nothing against you, Gino, but I'm gonna tell you, you watching this, you need to run fast. You trying to get your business off? Your business don't need to be attached to Scopes. But anyway, Gino, that's all I got to tell you. I ain't got nothing against you. But anyway, they try to act con artists, they try to come across as being smooth, right? Marsau try to do he had a lot of jokes going on, try to draw you into his personality. They try to say that they're successful or they're professional. What do teachers say? I got an MBA, I got a master degrees, I got a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. Oh, she remind me of my daughter. My daughter used to get so tired. I'll tell you something about Oakwood College. This is a little bit off the subject, but when you go to Oakwood Church, they got to say all their degrees they got before they even get Jesus, whoever y'all call it. Y'all call him Jesus, God, whatever, any praise. They got to name all them degrees they got. So one day my daughter got tired. They asked my daughter what kind of a degree she had. She said BLT. They said, well, what kind of degree is that? She said bacon, lettuce, and but what? Bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. She was on stage though before she started speaking, and everybody started laughing. But anyway, yeah. So that's what they try to do, make you look like they successful. They try to pull it off to us like they successful. They don't love and marriage Huntsville talking about how successful they are. Hey y'all, let me let the nurse in. Y'all talk to each other. I gotta let the nurse in. Are you the speech therapist? That's me. I'm the speech therapist. Okay, let me go speak to her. I'm Miss Helen. What's your name? Mary. Oh, Mary. Yeah. Everybody I know, baby. That's okay, she out here. This is your speech therapy. Now, at times he may be confused.
Okay. All right. What about any recent changes, or as far as speech and confusion, has it gotten worse? Since he was in the hospital.
No, he's getting better.
Okay. Oh, good.
They did some medication adjustment.
Oh, good.
The doctor felt like maybe
Okay.
nerve medication was clashing with each other when he's dead.
Okay, well, great. All right.
Oh,
And he used to sit in that, he used to sit right there, he used to sit right
That's perfect. Sounds good to me. How you feeling today?
oh, you.
You doing all right?
Oh, yeah. I think it's something I got. Oh,
Yeah.
Mary, I'm at work, I work on the computer.
Perfect.
If you need me, just knock on the door.
No problem. All right.
Have a
Come on in.
seat,
We'll
Joe.
chat for a little bit. I'm gonna get your vitals and then we'll talk a little bit, okay?
all right.
You feeling pretty good?
Oh, I know.
Okay, y'all. Speech therapy. They're working on my brother's speech because, he had that stroke, y'all. So he got to do speech therapy. So, oh, Miss,
Oh, well, I told you around 11.
you should mute Miss Black Titanic when the nurse comes so no one hears his personal info. Just a thought. I didn't know y'all could hear me. Was I talking that loud? I was actually in another room. Thank you, babe. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, so we're talking about this man, y'all. Anyhow, these con artists, that's all they are, y'all. We're gonna go, I'm gonna do a little clipping from Anthony about I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna do a little clipping from Anthony from that barber that's been scammed. Then tomorrow I'll do a little clipping from Miss Joy. But the bottom line of it, they're con artists. They're preying on the community. Now we finna go into this first presentation. You guys is Black History. Talk back to me. I don't want to be doing my Black history and you guys over there talking about love and marriage Huntsville when we need to be focusing on this section right here, Black history. This is about melanin. Melanin. You can put anything that you can think of that you want to say pertaining to the topic. Want to ask question, fine. But this section right here is know thyself. This is Dr. Layla Africa. He is my mentor. He died like about 2 or 3 years ago. He's a Black scientist specialized in melanin. 666. All you Bible stumper, y'all done fell into that. That's the devil's number. That's you. That's you, y'all. Y'all run around here telling me some 666 is the devil, and these people talking about you. It's not. It's 6 protons, 6 neurons, 6 electrons, 6 carbon. That's what we're made out of. Okay, y'all. Know thyself.
You hadn't had anybody else come to you today, not today, right? You hadn't. It's just me. You hadn't had anyone else here today. Just me today.
No, Miss Mary.
Yeah.
No, he haven't had nobody here.
He said just you today. Just me today. Okay. All right. Okay. I want you to open your mouth real wide and speak out your tongue.
But rise to high. Baby, you got me like you're enough for so you can put me again and throw me against that wall. Baby, you got me like
Just don't love on me. Don't quit loving me. Just stop loving me. Yeah. I'm dead. I'm the falling just to get close to you. The world something. And I run for miles just to get a taste. Must be enough This is Black Tie Tiny. Hit that like button, share and subscribe. Grand Rising, everyone. And if you watching this during the evening, good afternoon and good evening. Well, this is Dr. Africa. He is a Black scientist, you guys. Yesterday we talked about clinical researching, such as Dr. Tiffany Whitlow, you know, who did clinical research for the underprivileged people, particularly minorities. Well, Dr. Africa takes it a little farther. He actually is a scientist. Dr. Africa lectures and gives a workshop on 80 different topics in America, the Caribbean, Latin America, and Europe. He is the author of over 80 CDs, DVDs, and books on various health, history, and nutrition topics. Learn more at Layla Africa Official. He had passed on, I think about 2 years ago, but he indeed was one of my mentors, you guys. A lot of people I get my knowledge from, you guys. Well, anyway, Dr. Africa, if ever said on one of his lecture, girl, he's very intelligent. He's intelligent. He's also funny too. That's what makes it so fun to sit in his classes, because he have you rolling. Anyway, this is Dr. Layla Africa, and right here, he did his research on us. 666. Who are you? 666. I'm gonna show y'all this film of me out there indulging with 666. 666 is us. It's the universe. It's melanin. This whole earth is made of melanin. Now you guys are so spooked. The other cultures got you so spooked to embrace who you are. We are one with the universe. Till you think voodoo is a thing, and voodoo is just taking care of nature. It's just taking care of nature. That we are one with nature. Everything in nature. We will sit here to put in earth. We were set here to take care of this earth. That's what voodoo is, y'all. Y'all got y'all all scared. It ain't no way y'all seeing these old horror movies and these zombies and creating different kind of formula to make somebody fall in love with you. That's not what voodoo is. Voodoo. Now when I go out here when it rains, I love it. We had this storm that scared me, you guys, but I realized that that's when Oya come. Y'all know Oya. She is the black woman. She's believed to be the goddess of the universe, rain, thunder, lightning. Anyway, but before everything happens on this earth, anything powerful, it has to turn dark. Those skies get black. You see those clouds getting black. That's melanin. At nighttime, you go outside You see all that darkness outside, out the earth is just glowed in melanin. That's who we are. Anyway, enjoy Dr. Africa. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Now, let me tell y'all something. Get these likes up. When I'm teaching, y'all don't, it be the less likes I have. But there are those of you that's gonna rock with me. Used to be I would have up to 30 or 40 of you. Now I get 1,000. I might have at least 1,000 of you that want to hear this Black history, want to grow. This is about medical health right here. 666 is who you are. The Africa, like I said, he is a Black scientist. This is the study of melanin. Melanin is the skin's largest organ in the human body. It makes up at least 10% of your total weight. Enjoy, Dr. Layla Africa.
More information your brain can store. The more melanin you have, the faster the I appreciate the introduction. This evening we're going to talk about something called melanin. It's what everyone is concerned about in the world. It's what they have a meeting about every 3 to 5 years. Germany, Italy, France, US, they meet every 3 to 5 years and have a melanin convention and discuss the latest research in melanin. They have never invited a Black scientist to that meeting in history. So we have had our own melanin conferences where we discuss this information involving melanin. Melanin is commonly associated with the pigment that causes your skin to be brown. So we figure that that's what melanin is about. But it's a little more than just the pigment that makes your skin brown. It's what we call a chemical key to life. The more melanin you have, the more civilized you are. The more melanin you have, the more psychic you are. The more melanin you have, the more information your brain can store. The more melanin you have, the faster the nerve transmissions are. The more melanin you have, the more sound you absorb in your ear, so you hear the full range of sound. No other race can do that. The more melanin you have, the more color you can absorb in your eyes. That's why your eyes are brown. You actually see the full color. You see this color, where white folks see a paler tan. Because the more melanin you have, the more you can see what God is meant for you to see. The more melanin you have in your taste buds, the more you can taste the full flavor of the food. No other race can taste an apple like you can, because they can't absorb the full flavor, because you need melanin to absorb the full flavor of food. That's why we combine food differently from other races, because we actually can taste the food. That's because of the high amount of melanin we have, which we sometimes take for granted. Melanin is the chemical key to life. There is nothing else to study in science but melanin. We call it chemi, which means black. The people who study melanin particles call what they're studying, the sciences call chemistry, what you call chemistry, the study of melanin particles that go around in an orbit. We call them electrons, protons, solitons. Those are melanin particles. That's why we call it chemistry. And the country you come from is called Kemet, which some people call Egypt. There's nothing else to study but melanin. And if you study chemistry or heard of chemistry and haven't heard the word melanin, you have just been studying social science. You go into a classroom and you call it Bob.
Hey y'all, this off the subject, but y'all know I'm always studying about the Titanic, the minorities that was on the Titanic, but they had a black man on the Titanic from Egypt. He was really light skinned, but he was a translator. So they had different ethnic group on there. He could speak over like 6 or 7 different languages. So they went to Egypt and get this black man. Get this now, I don't know whether they thought he was white or what, but you could look at him and tell he had black features. But when I really just kept on looking to where he was from, it was a lot of them from that little Africa village. And the like his mama and his mother, his parents, his siblings, they all looked like us, just dark skinned people with nappy hair. But he could pass. I don't know why he was so fair skinned, but to get on the subject of Egypt, Egypt is black. It's a black land. It's Kemet, Kemet is the correct name. And they have changed the face of the Egyptian there. They said Cleopatra was a white woman, but she was not white, y'all. That land was pure black, chocolate and napper head people like us. Anyway, let me get on back to Kemet. Kemet means ancient black land, Egypt.
But my biology is the way melanin controls a cell. And we call that little melanin sitting in the cell the new sun, the nucleus. The new sun radiates information and tells the cell how to operate, how to think, how to digest. That's melanin. Biology is the study of melanin and how it communicates. There's nothing else to study if you're going into the living sciences. Melanin plays a part in your historical memory. The more melanin you have, the more you're connected to your ancestors. You can pull on thoughts that you didn't even know were there because melanin gives you ancestral memory. That's based on melanin. That's how we classify races, based on their melanin content. It's not the quality of melanin in your skin we're talking about. Doesn't mean a light-skinned brother is less black than you are. We're talking about the melanin produced inside their body by the pineal gland. That's the melanin we measure. Every living thing has to have melanin. White people have it, but they have a lesser amount. And their melanin is different from your melanin. Their melanin has sulfur in the nipple. Your melanin has selenium in the nipple. They're two different types of melanin that could not biologically come down the same tree. That's physiologically impossible for a white person to evolve from a black person. It's two different melanins. That's why every scientist says the theory of evolution. We never say it's a fact. Never. Says the theory of evolution. It's not a fact. Theory is something you need to just get through the day. I have a theory I'm going to be a millionaire. Helps me get through the day. But I don't know. I know it's not real. It's just a theory. And we use theories just to get through information in science. It just helps us to focus stuff. But we know they're not facts. So we never say the fact of evolution. It's a theory. It helps us focus out information, get through some research. That's all. And when we finish with the theory, we throw it away. But you pick it up and think it's a real thing. This is really a fact. No, it is not. Just stuff we make to get through the day, keep us focused. The theory of evolution, the theory of the speed of light, the theory of gravity, the theory of this and that. They're all theories. Can't prove none of it. They're theories. And so you know many of them, but you know few facts. And we're talking about the fact of melanin. We're not talking about theories right now. We know more about theories about science than we know about science. We'll say a theory. What comes around goes around. That's a theory. What goes up must come down. That light's up there. Why don't it fall down on the ground? You say what goes up must come down. Why don't that light fall down? What are you talking about? What goes up doesn't have to come down. That's a theory.
I agree, Tango.
So we know those theories, but we got to concentrate on the fact here. Melanin is the biochemical key to life. It helps you metabolize carbohydrates, causes you to use less energy to make energy, which we call conversion reactions. Less energy to make energy. We efficiently make energy because we have this melanin. Melanin is a polymer. Poly means many. It has many characters. There's gas melanin, there's liquid melanin, there's crystallized melanin. And the one thing about melanin is it can be in two places at the same time. It's the only chemical that can do that. Melanin has memory. You can't destroy melanin. Melanin starts, the foundation for any idea has to come from this darkness, come from this silence. This whole planet is sitting inside of melanin gas. It's dark out there. You think if you go outside the atmosphere of the earth, there will be sunshine everywhere. No, it's not. It's dark. And that's melanin gas. Everything comes from this dark silence called melanin. You have to go deep within, as they say. Go deep within that melanin crystal. That's how you're born. The baby wraps around the melanin crystal. And you call it the fetus position. Then it opens up like an umbrella. That's how you're born. Wrapping around the melanin crystal. And it lays the blueprint of how your muscles should grow, how your nerves should grow, how your bones should grow. It lays memory down permanently. Therefore, if I cut off your leg, somebody's going to say, leg's gone, and say, my leg hurt. You look down and say, you don't have a left leg. You say, well, it hurts. Because melanin is permanent memory. The body still knows there's a leg there. Melanin cannot be destroyed. They used to put it in vials, and they called it your holy relics. And they put it in little vials, and you find it in the pyramids of Egypt. Your holy relics. Those are melanin crystals. And people would tap into that to tap into you. That's melanin. So this is a book written by a chemist, Carl Barnes. Nice fellow. He was a chemist, research chemist. And he's not a good talker, you know. He used to being in the lab with things that don't live. But that's okay, that's Carl. So he writes, and he sometimes can go off the edge with a lot of long terms. But I'm going to keep it very simple for you. Because Carl wrote this book called Melanin, the chemical key to great blackness, as he called it. Melanin to the great blacks. That's a good book. You should privilege yourself by perusing it one day. Now, this melanin that I'm talking about, you see it in your eyes and it makes your eyes brown. But some people don't have any melanin. So when you look in the eyes, you're looking at the veins in back of the eyes, and therefore the eyes look blue and green and gray because you're looking at the veins in back of the eyes. But you actually have an iris, which we call an iris, named after a black woman. You call it the iris of your eye, that's named after a black woman named Isis. Now, we're talking about the inside of the brain. And these are brain cells increased to the size of a car. They look like little bubbles here. Look like little bubbles. But this brain cell is actually blown up to about the size of a car. And in the center of your brain is this thing here. It looks like a galaxy. We don't know what it is. It's really big in people's brains, especially black folks. We don't know what this thing is, but it's sitting right below your pineal gland. It's a gland in the center of your brain, the center of your landmass, the center of your brain, the same place where Egypt sits, in the center of the landmass of the earth. It's a gland there called the pineal gland. And we couldn't study it directly at one time, so we studied a pine cone and to study the spins and the cycles of this pineal gland. It's a little gland about the size of a pea, but it looks like a pine cone. And we call it the pineal gland. And it secretes this melanin. And it changes the melanin into hormones. These hormones stimulate action during the day. We call it serious action, serotonin. And in the evening, it makes you mellow. And this hormone is called melatonin. It makes you mellow. And the one that makes you serious during the day, we call it serotonin. So melanin controls when you're going to become a man, controls every clock in your body, controls when your eyelashes grow, when your eyebrows grow, when your teeth grow. Melanin synchronizes the rhythmicity of your system, keeps things from being in conflict, synchronizes motion, helps you dream, helps you have these thoughts that you didn't know you were going to have. Melanin does that. It's the key to everything. It's a man who showed you how this thing works. He said, these are the cycles in the body. Everything has a cycle. The tide goes out, the tide comes in. Everything has a cycle. There's day, there's night. Everything has a cycle. And you have all these cycles inside your body. The kidney has a cycle. The heart has a cycle. The intestines has a cycle. But something has to keep these things in order. And that's melanin. So a man said, I'm going to show you these cycles. I'm going to make them into little wheels and show you how these things are synchronized. And he said, here it is right here. It's a wheel clock. The man's name was Benjamin Banneker. He knew melanin. He said, you don't understand it, but I'm going to show you how this thing works. These are the cycles of your kidneys. This is the cycle of your pancreas. He made them into wheels. And they all work, but they're synchronized by one rhythmicity, which they call melanin. That's where the wheel clock comes from. Every invention comes from your body. To know your body is to know everything. The camera comes from your eyes. The speaker comes from your ear. A nuclear reactor comes from your liver. A car motor duplicates your digestive system. Everything comes from your body. Crystals that they use in computers were learned from studying melanin crystals. That's where they got computer chips from. Everything comes from your body. If you want to know how to put something together, study the body. Computer chips duplicate melanin crystals. That's how they got it. No problem. You want to discover something? Discover yourself. So we're looking at this. We're looking at this galaxy here. We don't know what it's about. It has orbits, has spins. All we know is that it's sitting right underneath the pineal gland. And the pineal gland controls this rhythm thing, how this thing moves and spins. That's what it does. So many times people say, well, big deal, I got this melanin, but what has it done for me lately? I mean, well, what's all this information supposed to mean to me? You know, I put something in, I want to get something out. You want to discover something? Discover yourself. So we're looking at this. We're looking at this galaxy here. We don't know what it's about. It has orbits, has spins. All we know is that it's sitting right underneath the pineal gland. And the root of that word is hue, which means color. Man means spirit of thinking or being. When you put hue with man, you get human being or black person. To be a person, by definition, you would have to be black. That's what the word hue means. Pigment. To be a man.
Because we are black people, we are human beings. The other races are Neanderthal. We are human beings. The hair that you got on your head is hair. They so-called hair is fur. It's the same thing as animal has on their head. That is not hair on their head. It's fur.
And to be a human being, you have to be black by definition. That's why some people said, we're not man, we're just mankind. And they tell you that, don't they? Or something? Discover yourself. So we're looking at this, and we're looking at this gap. We don't know what it's about. It has orbits, has spins. All we know is that it's sitting right underneath the pine. I'm understanding in this stuff, and it ain't gonna help me in life. Well, just bear with me for a moment. Let's look at the human race. Let's look at the human race. Let's look at the origin of the word. We're getting into etymology. It comes from the word hue. And the root of that word is hue, which means color. Man means spirit of thinking or being.
We are human beings. Black people are. The others are Neanderthal. The hair you had on your hair is pure hair. The so-called hair on their head is fur. Just like the same thing the animal have. They have fur on their head.
When you put hue with man, you get human being or black person. To be a person, by definition, you would have to be black. That's what the word hue means. Pigment. To be a man, to be a human being, you have to be black by definition. That's why some people said, we're not man, we're just mankind. And they tell you that, don't they?
Part 2, we're gonna do a series on melanin, so stay tuned. You guys don't want to miss it. Y'all need to stay tuned so you can learn about who you are, what you're made out of. This is Dr. Layla Africa. Melanin. We are different. Our DNA, our genes is made up out of selenium. Others are made up out of sulfur. We are different. We cannot come down the same gene tree as they do. A lot of y'all like to say we all humans. No, we're not all humans. We are humans. They are Neanderthal. Get that straight.
Hey, Greta, you on it. Greta been doing a lot of reading. But anyway, you guys, we're going to be doing a series on melanin and the pineal gland. The pineal gland actually produce melanin. Who was that was saying something about why is these bodies, they're finding a lot of bodies with the organs missing, you guys. Yeah, they find it, and then they're mostly black bodies. Y'all know the most memorable one. This has all this tie into melanin. It's believed that our bodies, well, our organs, right, are superior. Our organs are. I remember when I worked in a hospital, and they used to have to carry these organs back in the day in the 70s. They had to carry your organs on ice, right? But black organs will last longer. If you any other race of organs, they had to give it to you right away within the first 5 or 6 hours. But black organs just go on and keep living a whole lot longer. And these people have studied us. You heard what the doctor said. The doctor said every year they have a melanin conference. Not one of us, now nobody look like us is invited. So they know about our body. They know about how superior melanin is. Our body is our organs are just grouped in melanin. And so it becomes like a superior type of organ as to opposed to other people organ. We got to know who we are. We have to teach it to our children. If our children knew how important they would do better in school. They would excel. Anyway, y'all, I think that was May said she went to a black doctor and it did her knees. Her knees wasn't right. So we tend to hold our black doctors to black nurses to different standards than we do Europeans. You want to go to a European doctors in 400 years of him experiment on your ancestors' body. You don't take that to heart. But you this one black doctor that maybe messed up your knee. You gotta say this black doctor ain't no good. But 400 years. 400 years of them operating on us, cutting us open without anesthesia, pulling our organs out. But you find one black doctor on here that you got to criticize while we trying to teach about who we are. It has nothing to do with any other doctors. It has something to do with that doctor and the technology he used. But if you only, I had 2 knee surgery. If you only been a year post out, you got like 3 or 4 years before you see really positive results on your knees. You are brand new out of surgery. Yeah. Anyway, let's get on back to Love and Marriage Huntsville. And let's not be insensitive. I've been looking at some of y'all thing about the lady that the $250,000 that couldn't be me. The $25,000. Look, it's a victim. I've been a victim of sexual abuse, and a lot of that. The reason I didn't come forward right away is the shame that it carry and the stigma that it carry. That lady feel the same way, y'all. She's ashamed. Y'all, you gotta when I was listening to her, she said that shame and the stigma on her and for feeling so stupid to let somebody dupe her out of that much money is what keeps you from going forward. It's no different. A victim is a victim. Y'all, God knows that's what they asked me. Why are you just not coming forward when I was being abused? I was ashamed. And this person is a victim too. She is ashamed. She said it. So y'all quit being so hard on Miss Joy. I see y'all saying that couldn't be me. Some of y'all saying is doubting that it really happened. It happened. It happened to the lady. It really happened to her, y'all. I don't know how Anthony got the information, but he got the information. I don't care. All I know is that we got predators in the community. Some of y'all got personal issues against Anthony. I don't care about that. It's the information that he's giving out to the community is what I'm focused on. These are predators. Predators in the community. That's what y'all need to be focused on, not who carrying the thing, not who giving y'all the community. And some of y'all so high and mighty in your religion, y'all know God will use anybody. He'll use it. He said in the Bible, he'll use that tree out there to get a message to. So anyway, you guys, let's get on to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Greta said, "Come, that's right, Greta. A lot of this is people being ashamed, y'all. It ain't that they don't want to do nothing. They ashamed. And when you ashamed, you tend to be scared to come forward. And then now since she came forward, she know that other people understanding. Now she said that it kind of empowered her since she came forward. Listening to other people, not criticizing her, not looking at her like she was being stupid. She can come forward now. She can move a little bit different. I was ashamed to tell about my sexual abuse at 7 years and older. Yeah. Anybody, when you've been, a lot of people had that shame. A lot of people have that shame, y'all, when they victimized. It don't matter what it is. It could be sexual abuse. It can be as you rob. Y'all know them people robbed me out of $7,000. $7,000. I was ashamed to start putting it on the internet, but I started to go inside and realize that it's not my fault that I was stupid. I was ashamed to admit that I was so stupid to let somebody dupe me out of $7,000. And then let me tell y'all, that's how my that what it did was made me do this blog that on the that's how the blog, because I had hired them to do that, but they took my money and ran. So I had to do it myself, and here I am today, and you guys embrace me. So that's what's behind this blog, this Black Titanic brand, is that I got duped. And so I had to do it myself because I couldn't trust nobody else to put it in nobody else's hand, y'all. Anyway, May said, but how are you supposed to stop these people if you don't get the law involved? Okay, May, she did. This lady went to lawyers. They got lawyers, yeah. They got lawyers, May. They were, and she said that it was $300 for her. The lawyer she went to was already knew who he was because he was representing somebody else. I sure would like to find out who that other person, that lawyer, represent. But she didn't have the money, May. She didn't have the $300 to get to that lawyer. So now she got to search around till she find, she got to find somebody that would take her, that would be cheaper. Y'all saw why Martell had to retreat, because that lawyer fees are expensive. We're talking about expensive stuff. If you ain't got it, they ain't gonna represent you. They don't give a damn about your sad story. You gotta have that money, and that's what they want, May. The $7,000 you were tricked out of, God would restore you tenfold, and He will lose. But you know what, Greta Lee? That $7,000 allowed me to come on here and reach thousands of you to teach my Black history. I've been doing Black history so long, and a lot of people in the community be like, I don't want to hear that Black shit. I don't want to hear that Black shit. That's what they'll tell you. And so you may reach one or two, but it had allowed me to reach thousands of you guys before I died. And it allowed me to get my auntie story out about the Titanic and let you guys know that, Black people's on the Titanic. So yeah, that's the strength that I got out of it when I had to come forth and do my own thing and not put nobody else up front. And I just want to thank you guys for embracing this old lady. I was into the Tia Carson Blue where how everybody had got on her when she first came out. Well, that's how they did me, y'all. Y'all, when I first came out, they had me crying so bad that snot was running all out of my nose. I was ready to quit. And there was a lot of y'all saying, please don't go, please don't go. And it was because of my love for my people and me wanting y'all to know y'all history that I came on back. Yeah, but yeah. Who is this? Deborah? What we were saying, why not get them locked up? Marsau and Tisha do not care about no lawsuit. Yeah, I agree with you, Deborah. But they come and they gonna get locked up. They gonna get locked up, Deborah. And we want it to be right now. But just be patient. We gonna see it. We gonna see it, y'all. I Googled Black people on the Titanic. I would love to know. Girl, you're gonna Google that, you will never find it. You will never find it. These are just gems passed along from the elders. So a lot of our history has to come from the elders, y'all. Word of mouth from the elders, because you guys will never did it. Look at the elder just got finished talking to us about melanin. We could never get that. We could never get that. I've been through so when you going through nursing, right, or you going to be a doctor, most of that, 60% of that is science. You never learn that stuff in science. I knew about electrons, protons, and I just saw they teach you about it, but they don't teach you that it's you that you studying about. They had all these little formulas up there. You don't understand. I didn't understand a word they were saying, but I just had to memorize the shit to get my grades passed. I was doing a lot of memory. They had all these formulas up there like E23, this proton is CC2, this carbon CHO, all that kind of stuff up there, y'all. I just memorized it. I didn't know. And I would be getting A's too, and people thought that I was smart. I was like, hell, shit, I don't know what the hell they talking about. I'm just memorizing this stuff so I can pass this test. And I bet you that's what a lot of stuff that to me, that's what I think Tisha did. Tisha hasn't learned anything. You could go to school and say you got all these degrees, but you ain't learned nothing. You just memorize stuff just to pass the test. A lot of people got a lot of good memory. I can memorize I can memorize what I read. Yeah. I don't, yeah. The lady gone. Oh, yeah, the nurse is gone. Yeah, I'm so proud to have that. My brother had that stroke, so they working on his memory. He can remember stuff from way, way, way back, way back in the day. He would bring it up when we were little children. He bring it up when Mama was alive, when our daddy was alive. He can remember all that, y'all. But if you certain things right now, he won't be remembered. Google is based on information it is fed. People on Google place their info into the beast to go all over the world. Okay, y'all, let's get into love and marriage, Huntsville. I'd like to thank you guys. Thank you, Tango. Thank you, Greta Lee. You are very well read. You need to come up and teach sometime. Y'all remember I had Marsau Hickman come? Y'all want to come up? Anybody want to teach something? Y'all let me know. I'd be love to just sit back and learn from y'all. Okay, that's just wonderful. Y'all want to get up and teach. We gonna do. I'm tell y'all what I've been dodging, but what I need to do. I want to do religion. I want to do that. I've been dodging it because people like to argue too much when it comes to religion. I want the religion to be based on facts, not what you've been spoon fed and taught. But we got to do. We got to go. We got to do it. It's gotta be there. This religion thing is really got to separate it. And there's a lot of false teaching too. That was the hardest thing for me to do. Was that Bible was the hard. Oh, it was hard. Some of that stuff is true, some of it don't. Like that name Jesus. Y'all, we can put that in y'all face over and over and over. The fact that there was not a man named Jesus, that y'all praying to Caesar Borgio. He was a rapist. He was a murderer. He was everything. That's Caesar Borgio. Y'all be praying to, but because you were raised up in it, it's so indoctrinated to you. You're gonna always pray to Jesus. You're gonna always pray, say that man name, Caesar Borgia. That was not his name. That was not his name. Look up who Caesar Borgia is, y'all. CESARBORGIA. Look that up. That's who Jesus. That's the name Jesus. And I keep telling y'all that the letter J didn't even exist in that time. J is a new alphabet. But y'all be on the Jesus this, amen, Jesus that, Jesus that, and you calling on that murderer's name. You calling on that rapist's name. We're gonna have to have a class on that, y'all. Okay, y'all. I'm finna get to we finna go to Love and Marriage Huntsville. I just love her voice. They say she homeless, y'all. No, it was $300 an hour. This is where Titanic hit that like button, share and subscribe. Thank you for being here, Tweety Bird, and any other content creator. Hit that like button, share and subscribe.
Entrepreneurs who have limited funding and bad credit. I started Credit One USA because you don't know my life. Okay. What I've just experienced recently, and this is I have limited knowledge in that area. But what I've experienced is, everything else I got up the muscle just 100% down. He attempts to answer the venture capital question. Hey, Marsau, this pregnant lady right here, she understands what VC is. What do you recommend, for new entrepreneurs who have limited funding and bad credit? I started Credit One USA because I was actually.
So that's just an example of what Marsau trying to pretend like he is a businessman. We all know that what they do is use this platform to solicit. They use love and marriage transfer to solicit their victims. Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, that's how they've been getting a lot of their victims. Because we do know that Miss Joy, she said that one thing that Marsau said to her was that he talked about the show, and then he wanted to film from her location. He conned this lady out of $250,000 allegedly. She said that she contracted some work with him because she saw somebody had recommended him to her. And also her office, y'all. I be parked in her parking lot when I go film for this Fairfield hotel. But not only that, he left her office a ramshack. Everything is completely unfinished. She paid this man, and like with the carpet, she said that he pulled up all the carpet. What she do? She paid him to get carpet. She has no carpet. She calls on the telephone. She calls. What's taking y'all so long with the carpet? Marsau never did pay for no carpet. She called for the chandelier. When can y'all deliver my chandelier? Marsau did not finish paying for the chandelier. He put like a minimum amount of deposit, according to her, on her chandelier. And the story goes on and on and on and on and on, where she paid this man, and he did not order. He did not order at all, or he put a minimum amount of deposit on it and never did go back. And then there's one, I forgot what it was. There was one thing, I believe it was that carpet. She said that one of them he never did pay for, but he got it. I guess he got it. She never got the carpet, but they bills her. She never got the carpet, y'all. They bills her for it because she put it in her name. She has really a lot of heartache behind what this man did to her. We doing it for the community.
That's what he said. We're doing it for the community. And then I'm going to show y'all pictures of how this man left this lady office. Also, she said that she had went and contacted a lawyer. The lawyer knew exactly who she was talking about because he was already representing another client that was suing marsau. Also, she said that he left her in such a financial bind till she had to shut down over half of her business, that side of the business, what she was going to use under the umbrella for her clients. She has lost clients. She's not giving, she got all this overhead and no money coming in because she can't make no money because that side over there that he's supposed to be done did is all tore up, look like a tornado that went through there. So she lost clients, she lost money, she lost employees, and she got a few employees that's sticking with her by her side, where she's just trying to pay for she do pay them, but she says some of them she not been able to pay at time. Now get back to the lawyer. Now the lawyer costs $300 some an hour, which the lady don't have, y'all. Right now she have to focus on keeping her business ahead. Keeping her business ahead. And y'all know what? I wish that we could do something to help her. I'm in a financial bind myself, but that story right there broke my heart. Okay, she says she's a veteran, so a lot of people was on Anthony channel getting, giving her advice, you guys. And this is the community. I care about my community. I thank Anthony for broadcasting these criminals, but they use Love and Marriage Huntsville as a showcase to do their criminal activity. They use Love and Marriage Huntsville as a platform to lure their victims in, because that's the first thing they say. They talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. And how dare you want to film? You want to film from this lady office, she forbid you from filming, because what you're going to do, use that as your portfolio, that this is another project that you're working on. Now, you guys, I do know where she's at. Now, when I go down there, I was interested in the Fairfield district, thanks to Sherry G. She's the one that gave me the address. That Fairfield Marriott Hotel. Since 2019, they have had this contract. They did get this contract. Let me tell y'all about this $1 million if you look it up, the city the city did approve, he said $17 million contract, but it don't all go to them. It was different entrepreneurs in business. We do know one of them, I remember, was B&B. That was a grocery store. That grocery store been up and running. Have you know they used the same old contract over and over and over. They just, I don't guess they check. They just update the dates on it. Y'all can see the dates on it, and you think that they just got it in 2023 when it's the same old how they just report it and then report that they just got this contract. But this is the same contract, y'all. From I did my research on it, and B&B, that grocery store,
That's
they
right,
was
pretty
part of that
brother. I
money.
agree.
That grocery store been up and coming. It was several more restaurants. They've been up and coming. But what 2019, since 2019, 2020, Scopes has not done anything. When Mrs. Joyce tell you that she see they got their flag out there, that's that Fairfield. Yeah, they still got their flag out there, but it's been a delay. And I guess it's because of all these allegedly these lawsuits that they got on them. Now I did go back out there. I went back out there. There was some movement, but y'all do know about. Sorry, y'all. That's people working outside. Sorry. Yeah, I did go back out there.
They have, since they had Gino, who I had ran into in that trailer, who thought I was a cop, but I wouldn't. And Gino, let me tell y'all something. Shout out to Gino. Gino, I have no problem with you, but you allowing them to use your construction company. I think Gino has got things up and moving under his construction, but what he do is say that he's doing the work. He can't do any work. Y'all see Scopes got all these lawsuits on them tied up in court. Ain't no businessman gonna do nothing with Scopes. Scopes got a bad name. But that's where the $17 million come in. It's this fair field. I'm gonna show y'all that. And in her office, y'all, I usually park in her office right there in that parking lot where Miss Joy office is at. Is right attached to the field. Is right by her. So what I want to say, they don't. If you ever notice when they go take pictures, they take pictures when ain't nobody there. On the weekends when ain't nobody there, and they always stand in Miss Joy parking lot. Okay, so we got Miss Joy. Now we got the barber. We got the barber. This we talking about, they doing it for the community. Don't forget about Miss Smith, Mr. Smith. Don't forget about him, y'all. Where they trying to take that house from Mr. Smith. My soul didn't pay no taxes. He don't pay no nobody. And this man was the third owner of the house. But since this man had fixed up the house, he want to take the money, the house back from Mr. Smith. Now, what have you to know? This is Anthony Logan, Anthony Lotes, and he's doing a great job, y'all. These people scamming the community. He's bringing them out. Okay, this is Mr. Buzz. He was the barber. And I'm going to show y'all the video. I passed by there the other day. They haven't done nothing. Tell you about Black Lounge. Marsau would tell you that he built that. He did not build that. That used to be. I used to party. I used to party in that facility, in that building. It used to be like a little club. We used to go to after hours there. That's what it was. He might have put some carpet down and slapped some paint on it or something, but he did not build that, y'all. That structure was already up there, and even them frames. The frames are the part where the barber was on. You got black, and then you got uptown on that side right there, connected to black. It's just a little small space that they got uptown on that side. They have not did nothing to that. That same frame was there when the last owners left. That place been vacant. It been looking like that when they first got in there, and it's still looking like that. It even looked worse. So I passed by there, it looked like a junkyard, like a tornado that went on that side where the barber is trying to get his money. Now, I'm just going to play the voice for you guys. This is Anthony Lowton. This is the barber Buzz having a conversation with Marsau because he have given Marsau his 25, was it $25,000, I think, and Marsau refused to honor the contract. Marsau refused to finish any work, to do any work at all, but he done took the man money and he running around in circles trying to talk this man. I saw part two. He got part two. Y'all have to go there and listen to part two too. But I'm just gonna do this part one to remind y'all just how this man is scamming the community. This barber is a young man, very young man now. He's trying to get off of his feet. Now look, this barber said that his son died or his child died. He got the money out of the trust. You got to go through the judge when these children have trust. But I guess the judge was really saw that it was for a worthy cause. He's trying to start a business up. And so that's how he got his money and gave it to Marsau.
Gave it to my soul, don't care. Here we go. And Tisha right along with her, y'all. She's not complicit to it. Tisha's right there with him. So let's just see. Anyway, I gotta talk to this commercial go out. But anyway, Anthony is doing a great job in uncovering these people and how they scamming the community.
22 seconds, okay? So let's go ahead and start with the person.
So, I'll kind of start out by just addressing some of our concerns. It's not even really multiple concerns. I'll try to ask off that. Really, one main concern is that we need to get into the shop. It's slowing up a lot of plans that we have going forward with the.
Okay, let me just explain. I think his name is Buzz, or that's his nickname. But it's been just is gossip about his girlfriend. I forgot her name. Messing around with marsau. That's the gossip allegedly. And also, marsau wants some tape from him. We found out later that Tisha wants the tape too, because the tape clearly probably will prove whatever's on that tape will prove that marsau and this girl were messing around. Tisha do not want that tape out. She don't want it'll destroy her perfect marriage. Here we go. Marsau is giving him this ultimatum: no tape, no job finished. That he's trying to, what you call that, extortion, y'all?
Our business and things like that. And so our real main, because once we get inside, we handle everything else. Our main objective, as you can see, this couple weeks, is getting inside of that building. Is there anything that's hindering that right now? And if so, what would that be? Because I don't see how anything's hindering that. I know you had said to me yesterday about the electric.
Well, I think the process now, there is a budget, and whoever the general contractor hires for electricity will be aware of that. And I can pass that information on to him, because that's something that we actually might have to do done.
Okay, he fired marsau. He fired Scope, because they hadn't did nothing. They got this man money, and they hadn't did nothing for this man. This man need to get in and work. He's losing money every day. So then they went on and got another contractor. The contractor come there, or the electrician, whoever he hired to come in to move things forward. They refused to let the man in. Here we go.
Regardless. Well, the electrical, as far as the panel and things like that is concerned, based on the unit design there. Right now, I think the process moving forward is, and I guys can give you guys some numbers to architects, ones that I work with. You can get their contact information, and they'll either reach out to the engineering firm or engineering drawings. And what they'll do is they'll come in and get as-is drawings. And so they'll kind of come in and do the buildings at right now. They'll get as-is drawings, and then from there, then you guys can discuss the process of what you want it to look like. They can send that to the city, and from there, then when you go to the GC, you can handle a set of plans, and that way he can bid it out right here and there. And that's going to speed the process for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, is this based off of us going with another contractor, right?
Yes.
Okay, because under my understanding that we're having this conversation right now because of the conversation you had with Najee. And that was because of us realizing with going to another contract that our budget would be much higher. So I thought we were having a conversation about renegotiating us going back with you being a contractor if we can move much smoother than we were moving last time. That's what I was led to believe this conversation was about.
Right. I was hoping.
Well, yeah, the problem is that when you was like, I don't want to work with Scully anymore, I'm going to fire Scully. So I relayed that message to Marsau. And then at that time, he was like, "Well, fine, I'm just gonna pull everything."
Well, did you explain the issue that we were having?
You didn't understand me.
So there's something. So there's a deeper issue, is what you are saying.
Yes, there is. You led me to believe that there was something that I was supposed to do outside of what we already did in order for you to continue doing your work. You told me.
I'm sorry. That's poor communication. There's nothing you guys need to do. You guys, I think you guys, you made the call that you had to make. Now it's a fire me.
Based off what, Marcel?
I don't really know.
You don't know, Marcel. Yes, you do know.
You didn't tell me.
I thought that he was going to tell you.
No, you didn't tell me.
That's Infinity Properties in this scope.
So
y'all see, they both running game on him. She's done. That girl part of it too. They spending that money. She got a new butt, a new everything. They spending that money and they don't know how to spend their money. And then they act like people that be on drugs or something. Crackheads. That's what they act like. Them two, allegedly. I'm not calling them myself. That's what they act like.
So, Marcel, when we had that conversation, you didn't come back and saying that you doing what you're going to do is depends on me doing what I'm going to do. Sending the video. The video. Marcel. You called me back and said the first thing you said, we had talked about you sending me a video last night. Now everything you said, and this is in the same order. You called me saying you said you were going to send me a video last night. Everything I said I'm going to do is contingent upon you doing what you said you're going to do. I said, what you saying is it going to be, it depends, me getting my shot depends on me sending the video. You said, no, I'm not saying that. What I am saying is everything I said I'm going to do is contingent upon you saying, you doing what you said you're going to do. And I kept asking, what does that mean, Marcel?
I said no.
But you did not give me context of what that meant. Okay. We paid the money and we signed the contract.
Yeah, we are.
So what was it we were talking about? I kept asking.
That's on one side. I want to make sure that we take it.
Okay, y'all have to go back. Y'all have to go to Anthony to finish listening at that. But that is a con game that both of them playing in the community, you guys. Took this man money. Now he kept on, giving him the runaround while he can't finish. Then when the man decided he need the job done. This is a young man named Buzz. I don't know the other guy name. He want the job done. Now he found another loophole. The other loophole is some tape. The tape has nothing to do with the contract that he signed. That some gossip stuff. So anyway, y'all have to go to Anthony Loden. This one right here. Marsau, where is the $250,000? That's another scam with Miss Joy. I'm going to show y'all where Miss Joy is located at, and we're going to look at this Fairfield. Fairfield is that supposed to be hotel, supposed to be the money they got. That's been since 2019. They talking about that same old money. Then if y'all look it up, what they do is they'll call whoever they called, and all they do is just update it and put 2023 on it. This one said the Scots blackmail innocent interpreter. No, you guys have to go to Anthony Lotes. He's doing an excellent job with these people in the community. Now, you guys, y'all, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear y'all beef that y'all got going on with each other, y'all young folks. Y'all work it out. I'm just concerned about these predators in this community and trying to stop them. And I do all I can to help Anthony stop these predators in this community. Coming up over that lounge, you guys. I don't know if y'all can see this. This is the part where that barber said that he gonna rent
Y'all see that?
See, that's the part the barber
See
was
that,
gonna
don't
rent.
y'all? Down there is black. This is the port. What they got up here? Infinity Property, Elise, Call Letitia, MBA, MRED, and Boca. This is right here. Look at this, y'all. Can y'all see it in there? Cardboards and everything. They haven't did anything to this shop. Look right there. They haven't did anything to this.
Look like a tornado inside, y'all.
Just passing over the black range. It's some cat.
Look at that, y'all. What the hell is that? Look like sheets hanging outside. Them sheets hanging outside Black Lounge.
Black lounge.
Y'all see them sheets hanging up or some shit? That's it, y'all. I wish I need to show y'all that again on another slide, cause that was freezing. But it's so nasty out in front of that place. People been complaining about I don't see how nobody go in there and sit. It's nasty in there. That place nasty just like their house. I wouldn't even, ain't nowhere in the world I could get no drink out of there. They too nasty for me to drink out their glasses. Anyway, you guys, that's it for today. I don't know if somebody want to come up. I'll do like a 30-minute invite, and then I'm going to call it a day. It drains me when I talk about them. There's some spiritual weakness. I should have went into meditation before I started talking about them. I get headaches. Y'all, them people, just even talk about them, they got some evil energy that I can feel coming from them. They so evil. They evil, you guys. There is the link. Anybody want to come up? Come on up. Lady Leo said, well, building on top of a cage without the government involvement would be a dream deferred. Of all the land in Huntsville, they chose a cave. I don't get it. That just shows you about their mentality. Come on up, pretty brown eyes with your pretty self. That girl so pretty. With your beautiful self.
Auntie Oma, don't do me like that. I'm
Yeah,
blessing you.
you
I
are.
appreciate it.
But you know, you remember you fooled me. I thought you really was on a construction site, but that
That's
stuff is
that's
so
the only
funny.
reason why I came up here. I was like, shoot, it's easy to pretend to, to work for construction or, to do what they did
Hey,
because
Justice. This Justice, y'all, Pastor Justice. Hey, Pastor.
Hi, Black Titanic. How you doing?
I'm good. Okay, go on, pretty brown eyes.
no, what I was saying was my son, he worked in construction, so he had all of these construction hats and stuff. So I went to the thrift store and bought the other stuff for the outfit. So that's pretty much what I think that they do. They'll put their suits on and then put a helmet on and pretend like they are somebody or two businessmen. And I just feel like they use the show to trick people into believing that they have money or that they're running legitimate businesses because unfortunately, a lot of people see you on TV and then they think that you have money or it gives a lot of credibility to what they're doing. And it's kind of unfair, and it would seem like the show should be somewhat liable or responsible, in my opinion, for any cons that they get away with,
Yeah, because
because they're
they do.
using them, right? They're using the show to do it.
Hmm. And y'all notice Carlos hasn't spoke out against it, and but he gonna put Kiki blast Kiki though. She barely is on there, but he choose her to blast instead of telling us about what's going on with Scopes and all the lawsuits he got and this scamming going on. But
Well,
they
they can't.
chose Kiki.
Right. Well, they can't talk about mail anymore, so they have to go to Kiki. She's the easy target.
Let me read this. Miss Marcy Stilling said, Marsau is lying and backpedaling. I heard the recording. They, Marceau and Tisha, playing bad cop, good cop. Buzzillo Buzz or whatever his name is trying hard to maintain his composure and not choke him. I ain't so sick of them. And the young man is a lot younger than Marceau too. He is trying to be very professional. He's trying to stick with the contract. But Marceau keep talking around the corner like as if this young boy ain't got no sense. Okay, Miss Justice, say your piece.
I just wanted to say I was listening to you when you mentioned how that they, being in their vicinity, it's called territorial demons. And from now on, when you go into places that you're dealing with entities like that, anoint yourself and apply the blood of Jesus over you and your mind to protect yourself, because you're right, it is spiritual warfare. And then I would like to say that I don't know why is it that the content creators, we all know that Carlos King is keeping quiet and covering up and hiding and participating in a lot of this stuff. Because if you set the platform for somebody to be able to bait and trap, which is what it's called in the criminal world, to bait and trap people, then you are a participant. You can easily say you don't know, but the fact that so many people have spoke about it, you had to hear about it, which means now you know about it. So if you failing to do anything, you are a participant. So why is it that no one is searching and finding out who the real Carlos King is? Maybe that will make him do some changing when he realized that he has something to lose, exposure. Right now, all he do is laugh and grin and grab his cup and pretend he don't know anything because he has no consequences for his bad behavior. But just like them, he should be put on under the spotlight as well and exposed for what he doing. For all we know, of $250,000, how do we know he ain't getting a cutback for setting up a platform?
Ooh,
So
Lord.
it's time to start looking at the master puppeteer and let
You
the look in these little crones. We know who they are, but there's something greater than them that's allowing them and pushing them and protecting them, and that's him.
Pastor, don't he have to approve those shows before they go out? Somebody has to approve it, don't it?
The producers do nothing without his okay. They are not in charge. He is. That's why he say, "I
Mm.
am the king of reality TV." Well, king, take care of your court. He is the king, so they don't do nothing. They work for him. He choose and hire and fire producers at his will. So they not out there doing this without his final authority. They may say, "I got an ideal," or "I was. What would you think about this?" But he has to say yay or nay. He's the king.
Pretty brown
Yeah.
eyes.
No, I agree. I agree, and that is the part that I have with the whole
Your voice gone out.
the Van P plot. Nothing is spoken out about all of these lawsuits that they all have going through court. Nothing has been spoken out about pretty much anything other than stuff about Kiki. I think the we have a thing here called shame, 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 and what that does is it spotlights businesses that defraud people, you know. So what they do is you call that hotline number and they'll send a news crew out, and they'll blast you. They'll have the crew out there and they'll, you know, do a spot on on like the 6 o'clock news and let everybody know, like, hey, don't go to this business. This is what they're doing, and they'll have the news crew out there to, you know, to warn people. And it's very irresponsible for the network to promote all of these different things that's going on. They're promoting violence, they're promoting uh, SA abuse, they're promoting larceny. I mean, it's a lot that they are allowing to be portrayed on the network, and they're not even as much as saying after the credits roll, you know, like, we don't condone violence, we don't condone this, or we don't condone that. They just show the clip of whatever's going to come on the next week and keep going. So it's almost like Carlos is in agreement with everything that's being portrayed on the show.
But I saw May May was telling me to stay out of it, but I don't have no, I'm not getting in the middle of their business. But we do have that same program here where you can just call, anybody could call in and have them report on a business. I think I'll do that. You can just call them, and it's Fox 54. And, you know, that's what they specialize in, business that's running scams, or
Right.
business that, yeah, because you got two of them here. Don't forget Stormy business. It's the
Well,
same thing
that's
to
the
me.
main one. And in my opinion, you know, how are you promoting someone's business on a show when the business license has been revoked? It would seem like they should take some responsibility for that too. But in all actuality, what they're doing, instead of holding her accountable and not letting her promote her business, they gave her a whole corner of an expo to showcase her business. And again, people see you on TV and think that you are legitimate. And that adds validity to it because it's on a number one show on a
Hmm.
network. And, you
Hmm.
know, people think that she's legit.
That's part of her portfolio too. When you pull her up, that's the first thing you see. Love Mary Huntsville, all of
Yeah, excuse me, that adds validity
them.
to her whole stick, because if she didn't have the Love and Marriage Huntsville, see, that gives her an entirely new audience that she can defraud, in my opinion. Because if it was just her, she'd only have however many Instagram people that she have. But with
Hmm.
Love and Marriage Huntsville, she has access to millions of viewers that can, you know, people who would like her, who'd want to support her and buy her products. So if she's on OWN, then she has free reign to do whatever she wants to do. And then people say, well, it's fake, or she's broke, or whatever. But then you see her on the show the very next week at a job expo. You kind of
Okay,
throw it out the door.
okay, Pastor,
Yes, ma'am.
you got anything to say?
I tell you, it's just so tiring, even for the viewers. I could just imagine how you feel on location in some of these places, because it really affects people who are not of that breed. And I just think that we need to know who CK is. I mean, the real CK, the man be off of the TV program, because I'm thinking that for him to allow such things to be going on, there's something we missing. There's something we missing. Nobody does anything consistently if it's not benefiting them some kind of way. So he's getting benefit. Even when the ratings went down, he still didn't speak out and say, oh, wait a minute. They're messing with my money. Listen, I do not condone such and such, this and that. He did nothing. So evidently the benefit got to be coming through the back door. It's got to be coming through the back door. Yeah, whatever comes through the front is great. You know, ratings, blah, blah, blah. But then if the ratings don't happen like they should, and I can't do something, is benefiting him. I don't know what it is. I'm speculating as to, I have my own thoughts and ideas. It could be, with certain people who are now looking all wild and crazy. It could be sexual favors. It could be monetary gain. I don't know. It could be romantic hookup. We
Yeah,
don't know.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
but something is benefiting him for him to allow this. He's not just doing this, taking a risk on his reputation, a risk should somebody in higher places than him say, hey, that's not right.
Mhm,
Everything is a risk, but if you're willing to risk something, you're gaining something by risking. So
mhm.
he's gaining something, and we need to know what it is. Content creators who want to activate need to activate on learning who this person is. Because I got a feeling once we find out who he really is, we'll know exactly how to stop him. You can't stop a moving train if you don't know the course it's taking. So he is a moving train and he needs to be stopped because he's the one that can stop them. He's
Yeah,
the conductor.
yeah. I was thinking about Black. I wish that not enough people in Huntsville watched that show, but I remember them shutting down people when you had like thousands of them just showed in front of the door and protest.
Hmm.
I was
Hmm.
wishing that I had other people that can go down there and protest with me. I don't know nobody that want to do it.
And
They
you
don't.
don't have to do it at Black. You can have enough people to go right there to their city hall or wherever their people who make the laws are gathered at on their monthly meeting. Or you know how they meet for the
Oh,
school board at city
yeah,
hall and stuff like that. It can go there. Enough people get together and go there. And it don't. And let me say this: it don't even take enough people. One person with enough signatures can go to one of those meetings and present it to the board.
What
yeah.
about
I
the
did that
councilmen?
before.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
You know
councilmen
what?
that
I thought, oh,
that they defamed. The councilmen that
Yeah, and
that,
if
say
you,
I
if
no.
forgot all about it because this is districts too. It's
yeah,
his
That's his
district.
district.
that's
Yeah,
And
right.
I
he
forgot all about
visited
that.
Black.
That's right. And should he decide for personal reasons and not to be biased to step back, that's fine. He can direct you to someone else who they haven't defamed, who is honest. And that person can represent.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
I've done
think
that before. I walked the community and got a lot of signatures because nobody else didn't want to come up front. Yeah, and it was very effective. That was a long
Hmm.
time ago in the 80s against something that had happened in the community. Yeah.
Hmm.
well, Auntie
Yeah.
Alma, you just have to be careful because
Hmm.
you're very known and you are elderly, even though you get around just as good as anybody else that I
Hmm.
know, probably better than myself.
Girl, I'm
But
very careful.
you still have to be
Hmm.
careful,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
that's why people were saying for you to just stay out of it because no one wants you to be harmed because
Yeah.
you don't know what these people what you could possibly step over and uncover
Hmm.
when you're just reporting,
Hmm.
just
Hmm.
the regular news. So your
And you're dealing
safety
with
is most
criminal
important.
minds as well. These
Yeah.
Yeah.
people have criminal mentalities, and where
Yes.
they'll park themselves in a position where they got witnesses where I was at 12 noon, but then the criminal minded people have access to other criminal minded people that they can point, whistle, and point. You know what I'm saying? So you do have to protect yourself.
It's like
And never,
all of my love and marriage Huntsville. Like y'all remember when they were standing out there in that parking lot dancing?
mm, hmm, yeah.
Every last one of them a day. Every
Hmm.
last one of them a con artist. Just stand out there
Hmm.
dancing with money. Other people money they done con out of their hands. And
But
then
you know what, Miss Black Titanic, if you really look at that scene, go back and watch it again. It's almost as though a ritual was being done. Go back.
nobody, yeah, I was wondering. I was looking
Yeah.
at that. They don't even have no rhythm.
Yeah, it was like a ritual, like how these satanic people are, because Satan take care of his own as well. He's an imitator of Christ, so he's gonna do for his until God makes the ultimate decision to destroy that form of Sodom and Gomorrah. But Satan got his group of people, and they was almost like they had the fire burning. They were waving money. Marceau was smoking a cigarette, making a smoke, and they were just all out there doing this. It was almost to me like a satanic ritual.
Oh
They
boy.
was trying to do Pastor Justice, they were trying to do this little it's a TikTok dance, but it
Oh,
could
okay.
be you. That's what they were
Mm-hmm.
doing. It's called the
Mm-hmm.
Cuff It Challenge.
Ah,
But it
They were
still looks
outreach.
like it still would give you the image of a
yeah,
ritual.
yeah, yeah. It would just seem so. I guess because we knew the people. When you're
Right.
looking at people of a ill moral character, then everything you see them do, you have to second guess it or you think twice about it. And they definitely have bad character and no moral.
Very bad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they
What
have a
is the
very
old
low
keep? Sorry,
moral
y'all. What
compass.
is the oath keeper? What's she talking about? OATH. What's that? Y'all, anybody know? She
Oath?
said they are oath keepers. What is that?
Oath keepers. Oh, that's an organization similar to not part of, but similar to Illuminati, that type of
Oh,
stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's a little private thing. Like it's similar to Illuminati, Oath Keeper, like the Masonics, the
oh,
Masons, all that kind of stuff. They have their own little thing, and that takes me back to ritual. It
Yeah.
takes me back to
Yeah.
that. They have an oath that they put. You know how back in the day, and they say you pinky swear, and they
Yeah.
well, but they just advanced with their oath keeping. I won't tell on you, and you don't tell on me. And if I see where to make a dollar, and you do it, and you give me some part of it for sending it to you. They oath keepers. They got their little thing there, and
But
nobody penetrates
the thing about them is that they are loyal to no one,
but
and
each other.
even though they're not even loyal to each other because they double cross and triple cross each other all the time.
mm.
You
That's what
see,
evil spirits do.
Stormy. You see how Stormy and Tisha are
Mm-hmm,
fighting. I
mm-hmm.
don't believe that they're fighting
I don't
about
either.
that $100. They're probably fighting over allegedly
Mm-hmm,
a backdoor deal that they
mm-hmm.
made for
Exactly.
Stormy's products because she can't
Mm-hmm,
operate. So she's letting Tisha operate,
mm-hmm.
white label her stuff.
Yeah, and you know
And
that.
if they didn't pay,
Teacher not
you know.
giving her no money. Teacher
Right.
on TV bragging about all the money she done made off of, but you know she ain't breaking Stormy no money off her
Right.
own products she done gave her.
But did you notice how Stormy's husband spoke with Marceau about, acting crazy with Stormy? And he was saying, no, he said, you handling women product. He said, no, no, I'm talking about the business business. They can't, that was a way of talking like we don't know nothing. That was
Right.
talking over us, but business. I'm talking about the business business. Like, they know what they're doing. They're slick. They're evil. Be careful, please.
Because even in that expo, um, it seemed like they were doing more motivational speaking and using big words that didn't really uh, correlate together. It's like they just used a bunch of big words. When somebody asked them a real question,
Mm-hmm.
they couldn't answer it.
It,
So,
that's why I thought some of that gossip was true about some of those people who just planted there by production
mhm,
because Cause and then what's her name was there? The young lady that was on my show
Carlson.
yesterday. She was there, and she said the same thing you're saying. Pretty brown eyes. They got up and just were trying to formulate big words, and nobody knew what they were talking about.
Not even themselves. and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
then Martell, he was so afraid to speak. I
Mm-hmm.
guess him seeing Mel and knowing Mel can see through him, he
Mm-hmm.
he figured, oh, she sees me, and he was embarrassed more than anything. But for them to just be sitting there arguing and doing all of that, that would have been a red flag for me.
Mm-hmm.
If I would have went there as a legitimate business
Mm-hmm.
and saw the way that they were conducting business, I would have never done any type of business with them. I wouldn't care if they were on TV
Mm.
because they
Mm-mm.
just don't come off credible at all.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
They put a suit on and a tie every day and walk around, and none of them really have a legitimate job. What do they do?
Mm.
That's
Really?
what I'm trying to figure out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Who
let
did
me
it?
tell y'all something. I saw in the chat where somebody said that Tisha was a stay-at-home mom and he was the bread babe. That's the image that they want to give y'all. Tisha ain't never been no stay-at-home mom. Tisha had to work. This man is lazy.
If it
Yeah.
wasn't under working at the bank or with the school with her mom or going out hustling, stealing to make ends meet, that's
Mm-hmm.
Tisha life. My son
And
all been unemployed. He everywhere he go, he get fired. She has to get out and work. But that's just the way the persona they were giving to the public, though.
Mm-hmm.
but with
Y'all,
the way that they coming off so shady, Auntie Oma, it almost seems like I had watched this expose about this company in California that was literally selling credentials, meaning they were
Mm-hmm.
selling the
mm,
master's degrees and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that to
Mm-hmm.
people and giving
yeah,
them credentials. And a company was like, they like really researched and got, they even had like the transcripts and stuff
Mm-hmm.
for it to make it look legitimate, like you actually have this degree.
yeah, that's yeah.
Saying that to say, I'm just trying to wonder
Mm-hmm.
if Letitia is really legitimate, because in my opinion she has absolutely no business acumen. And the way that she speaks, I understand the speech impediment, but if you have all of this learning, to have a master's degree, you have to have at least 6 years of education or 5 years, depending on what school that you went to.
She
She,
got so many. Y'all
but
know
she
them.
does not speak in a manner that
Mm-hmm.
would make me feel that
Mm-hmm.
she has even an associate's degree or high school diploma for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
She says dare, this,
An
that,
expo.
just I can't even say it wrong. But
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you are in the college background, because my son, okay, for example,
Thank you,
my
Blueprint.
okay, I'll be.
Go
Did you need to
on.
say? Well, my son, just I'll give you an example. My son, um, he's a football player, the jock,
Hmm.
but he was raised in a good home, so he didn't speak. He speaks however he speaks when he's around his friends, but for the most part, he will articulate himself appropriately. Okay, so he's been in college all of this time, and now when I speak to him, he has an he has an expanded vocabulary just from him being in school and reading books and doing different things.
Mhm.
So, and he just has a bachelor's degree. So, I'm just it's just hard for me to wrap my head around her having a higher education just from the way that she speaks.
Well,
That's just
some
my opinion.
tell you what my instructor told me, because some people go to school over and over just to support their family. You be getting those loans and those grants.
Mm-hmm.
Sure do.
Mm-hmm.
They, she said that some people just educated fools. They fools. They got degrees, but they still educated fools.
Mm-hmm. But one thing for sure, if she got the degree she says she got, and
Right.
Kiki says she told her to come on down to the college, so there should be a yearbook. There should be some way to show it what year she graduated and
I
what
think
was.
she took online classes, Pastor Justice. I think she took
Mm,
online stuff. I,
oh.
I don't know, because even the way that she socializes with people, she does not socialize as if she was. I'm looking for the word, but she does not socialize with the women or with people
Mm-hmm.
like she was
Professional.
interacting with
Mm-hmm.
people. She's not acclimated to being around people. She
Mhm.
comes off like a person that probably was a housewife or was just around children and don't
A
really.
loner.
Yes,
Back in
yes,
Mm-hmm.
the
like she's
woods,
by
y'all.
herself.
Back in them woods of Bassman, you ain't getting
Mm-hmm.
just around that same old type of people like the backwood people. It makes you ignorant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's not a bad thing, and I'm not dissing her or anything, but just the way that she speaks, even on that video when she was talking to the guy, when he was like, okay, y'all are telling me that I need to do something else, but I've already signed the contract and I've already paid you. How
Mm-hmm.
come y'all are not completing this work?
Uh-huh.
No, but this and there and but the thing
Uh-huh.
about it is, and the thing, it's like, how are you talking like that to someone who's asking you a legitimate business question?
Uh-huh.
Where
Because
is my
they
money, and
scammers.
how come you're not
Uh-huh.
doing it? You're talking in circles.
They
Where's my
don't.
money?
That's right. He wanted to. This guy kept trying to draw them back to the contract. They want
Uh-huh.
to talk about this street gossip stuff. That's what they used to. Where Sunday where you got to fight and argue and fuss. He come back. What about the contract? That gossip has nothing to do with him. It has nothing to do with the contract. And he still. And y'all saw how Marsau was answering him. That was getting on my nerve. I got a headache just listening at my soul talk in circles saying nothing to this man.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he was distracting him from the fact that he didn't want to answer the question directly, because
Uh-huh.
they had a conversation off camera and Marceau was talking as if he felt like he was being recorded. So he didn't want to put himself in a box to say something that would incriminate him later or that could be used against him later.
Uh-huh.
That's how he was talking to me. He was talking like he felt like they was recording him, because the way that the guy was asking him those questions, it almost seemed like, it's like, okay, if I want to ask you something, Auntie Oma, if I want to say something to you and I know I'm recording you, I'm going to steer the conversation a certain way that makes me look right,
Uh-huh.
and makes it look like I'm the victim.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But if I'm thinking, or if you think that I'm taping you and I'm leading you and I'm trying to set you up, you're going to answer the questions to protect yourself too.
Uh-huh.
So that's what it seemed like they were both doing. Like they were both playing cat and mouse with each other.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
To
Uh-huh.
me, that's what it sounded like.
Let me
And I,
read this. Charmaine A says, my two sisters are doctors. Brother's a surgeon over 30 years. My siblings' talk can be just as ratchet as anyone, but they are articulate when needed. The Scots have gotten comfortable. Yes, even if you raised up like that in the hood and you go to school and get your little degrees, you are articulate when you need it. You know when to tune off and when to turn on. But they don't ever sound articulate, not never in no situation.
uh-uh. No,
Don't
none
even
sound
sound
professional.
knowledgeable,
They
huh?
all sound hood. Nobody sounds professional on the
No,
show, but Melanie, the Fletchers, and Tiffany and Lou. They
Yeah,
all sound just straight hood. They don't sound like they're educated. They don't even sound educated.
that's what the point that I was making. She does not sound educated. She sounds, and I don't want to ever call nobody dumb, but she
Yeah,
dumb
yeah,
or ignorant. But
yeah.
that's what she sounds like
Even
to
when
me.
we're talking, if we're calling the light company to get an extension on our lights, we are. Yes, I would like to see about getting it. She'll call.
Right.
We change. Our demeanor changed for the occasion,
They
but they
call
are
it
just
code switch.
flatline. Yeah, they flatline. This is who we are, and this is us, no matter what. And that's who they are. They are uneducated fools.
They
and they
call
Flat.
it code switching, Pastor Justice. That's what it
Mm-hmm.
says. Code switch. We can
Uh-huh.
talk
Hmm.
however we want to talk to in the hood.
Yeah.
But when
Yeah.
you get in front of people, or when you're speaking, or when you're doing anything, or even if you're on camera, you should put your best foot forward so
Exactly.
that you don't appear ignorant
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
people.
I
Yeah.
like this. Look at this one. Miss Blue Paul Campbell said, that's the thing about the Scots. They are amateurs. They think they're the smartest one in the room. Too busy talking instead of learning something. And that's exactly that you hit it right on the nose.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, even Letitia, when she was in that boardroom with Mel, and she knew Mel was the boss, but she wanted to be looked on as the smartest one in the room.
Mm-hmm. She wanted to exert her authority. I have decided that we're not going to pay anyone. Not we decided, her and her husband who putting this together, but I have decided. That was straight for Mel. You letting her know I run this, sister. That's what
Yeah,
she was trying to do.
he told her to say it.
Yeah.
He
It
threw the
did too. He didn't even have to because she got that malice in her heart for Mel. She got that envy in her heart. When you find a dog with that much envy and hate, you don't even have to tell them to bite you. They just bite.
And just think when you could learn. You know, that girl could learn so much from Mel. She could learn so much from Tiffany as well. Two women
Mhm.
right there in her face. She could even learn from her sister-in-law.
You could learn from Stormy how not to act.
Yeah,
She's too prideful, and it wouldn't have mattered what Melody
Mm-mm.
said
Mm-mm.
because she wasn't listening to comprehend. She was listening
Mm-mm.
to respond. So
Mm-hmm.
soon as Melody said something, she already knew she was going to shoot it down. So
Mm-hmm. And
before
she
she
came
didn't
with an
even
agenda.
listen
Yeah,
because
she came with
Melody,
an agenda to show she knew who was gonna be at the meeting. Her agenda was let me show her that I'm running this. That's
yep,
what she left home with.
I'm the
well,
boss, so
y'all saw
you
what
running everything.
y'all saw her own husband told her he would find her, taking her out the office because she was not being productive at all. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
ooh, that was some
No,
shade when he
because
told her that.
Mm-hmm.
see what she did was when she shot Melody down, Melody probably would have been giving them an olive branch, even though she said never on the reunion stage she would never work with them, but she might have threw them a bone and helped them out. I mean, she gave them the idea to do the fundraiser or whatever to get
Sponsorship.
sponsorships,
They
Uh-huh.
they
but
took it, y'all. They
Tisha
stole
shot
it.
right, but Tisha shot it down so fast she didn't even let Mel get a word in edgewise. Even when she was trying to talk and say something, she kept shooting her down, and I think that's why they sent her to Mel to try to get Mel back
Mm-hmm.
and apologize. But
Yeah,
again, her pride kept getting in the way.
Mm-hmm.
And by
Mm-hmm.
that point, Mel was like, "Man, I ain't helping y'all. I'm not helping y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all do whatever y'all gonna do. I'm busy
Mm-hmm.
anyway."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
let me read this. Miss Sunkist. Okay, Miss Sunkist says, Miss Black Tiny, I'm new here. Well, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I came over due to popular demand and the awesome reputation that you garner. I can now see for myself. You're my honorary superior. Other than you got these little emojis, deserve an EGOT. Put them in job.
Mm-hmm. You
Well,
put a goat there.
okay. I'm here. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. You guys, I gotta go. Y'all know I gotta go take care of bro. Check on him back there.
Okay, okay. Can I just interject one thing that I think the content creators need to be aware of? Because
Okay, put mine on.
we all feel for the people that they're taking advantage of, and that makes us upset and angry. It does me, and I know it do you too, both of y'all. But as much noise as we are making about who they are and what they are doing, be aware of new people that sign up with them that has heard what we said but don't care.
Yeah.
Don't risk your necks behind people who are bargaining with them, because you got people that like doing business with the devil. Uh, like you getting your house inspected, but you don't quite have the right electrical wiring, so you get an inspector that'll take $5 and then pass it. So you got some people that's coming to them because they just like them, but then they
Yeah.
complain later about how bad they did them. So content creators, be careful, because sometimes you're fighting a fight that you can't win.
There go Roy, y'all. He up and walking. You probably don't know. Yeah, you're right. I understand that. You're right. You be wondering how do all these people? It kind of remind me even with Martell. He just keep having people giving him all this extended grace, and you're right.
Hmm. Yeah,
They
we have to remember that birds of a feather do flock together.
hmm
And
Yeah.
my biggest problem with the $250,000, I was on that line that I might do. I'm spending my own money now. I wouldn't spend a dime. I'm going to get my money back. Well, you can march. Well, you can protest. Well, you can contact BBB. Well, you can contact the veterans. I might. What might? Why might? What is it that got you hesitate? We're talking $250,000.
She a victim. Some victims just be embarrassed.
but they have to get over it. We can't tell them when to get over it, but you know.
I'm over it. You got my money. I'm coming for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what's her name gone? Okay, Miss Justice, Pastor Justice, thank you for being here. I'm finna give everybody a shout out and close it down.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for opening up, and thank you for what you do, and do be careful.
I'm being careful. I'm telling you what, I got my hands full over here taking care of this brother, man.
Yes, indeed.
You
How's he
take,
doing, Miss Titanic? How's he doing?
he's good. He's home. That's one thing that I like because I don't have to get up and let me show you. I think this him right here I recorded. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh,
See?
okay. Yes, yes. Won't God do it, Miss Titanic? Won't he
Yeah,
do it?
y'all know he was in a coma. That boy walking and everything. He's in a coma, y'all.
It ain't over till God says so.
Yeah, that's what I try to tell the other family members.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm finna give these people they shout
Okay.
out here. Thank you,
Yes,
Pastor.
ma'am.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
Pastor,
Yes.
I want to do something on religion now. And it's gonna be a lot of controversy, so I
Oh,
would
that's
like.
all right. That's what Jesus came for. He said, I didn't come to make peace. I came to disrupt.
I'll let you know when I'm
Okay.
ready to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey,
Bye-bye.
T Talk with your girl. Thanks for being here. You probably just got here, but get ready to close. All the content creators for being here. Sun Kiss Dark and Dolet. Karma Girl. ADR. You know you be having me laughing all the time. ADR, keep me rolling. ADR is here. Lady Lee is here. Pink Butterfly. Whoa, child, Black Nancy like their house. Laugh out loud. Tango, Marcy, she's here. Marcy Stallings. A lot of y'all don't know. Who is this? Lady Leo. Hey, Lady Leo. And I can't see this. Gloria. Gloria Kimber. Dion Jenny Jackson. My little May May. May May controversy, ain't she, y'all? Maybe had a chat going. Greta Lee, sexy mama at 60. Pretty brown eyes. Thank you, pretty brown eyes. Leela. I said, who else? Greta Lee, Deborah, Tango. I said, Mamie, Gloria Kimber, Renata D. Elliott. Renata or Renata? That's pretty. Renata Elliott. It's pretty. Think I got everybody. If I didn't call your name, I'm sorry. Gloria. Oh, Charmaine H. These practices fall within the federal definition of RICO charges. They need to go down. Sure do. I'll be glad when they go down. You know, they said we're not supposed to wish nothing bad on nobody, but just when you constantly hear different people keep coming up how they've been scammed, it don't make you feel good about that person. The real Nikki said, do you think Carlos getting cut from them scamming? Why is he allowing them to use the show to scam people? That's why I put that up there, the real Nikki. That's what I want to know. Hopefully that'll grab his attention. Looks like a good spot for Madani. Toilet tissue and bulk. What y'all talking? Let me see what you saying over here, ADR. I know you done said something funny. ADR said, yes, that thought crossed my mind too, especially after, what is it? Ease Pooh follows Stormy for some, oh Lord, that's his new name. That's his new name, ADR. Follow Stormy for some $100. Yeah. Stormy asked him, y'all don't have sponsor money. He said no. Eyes like he's fuming. Yeah. Yes. They look, I don't know. And y'all should have saw Maurice. They all look like they doing something, y'all, allegedly. Own network has given the Scots free fraud publicity. Yes, Charmaine. Building on top of a cage. I think that's it, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm finna go. That's it. Thank y'all. OCC Star. Sorry, I didn't want to miss nobody. Hey, BT Chatted Panel. She's waving at y'all. Deborah. Shanto Kalia. Blue Paul Campbell. These fools are going down on Rico. Sun Kissed Dark and Dainty. Y'all could come up with some beautiful names. Janetta Boyd. Stephanie 616. Minerva Lewis. Miss Justice CK is going to lose it all behind these folks. Yeah. Blue Paul Campbell, ADR, Stephanie, the real Nikki. I think I got all of y'all. Oh, so Star Music Clover. Sorry, baby. I think Martel is gay or down low. All right, y'all. That's just allegedly. He and Carlos may be in a relationship. Y'all know we've been hearing it all across the internet. Ain't that what his baby mama say, y'all? Hey, Mashawn Hickman. Hey, babe. Yeah, that's what his baby mama, Slim Good, Sister Nine. Let me see what you say. I don't think I know you, Slim Good. Good afternoon, Queen BT. God sees all of their wicked ways, yes. And they can only get away with it for so long before it comes to an end. Yes, that's right. You sure right about that. It's going to come to an end. Lisa Love, let me see what you got to say. Just like venture capitalists, Marsau didn't know what this was because they're all scammers. Let's just take and steal. Yes, that's what they do. Take and steal. That's what they do, Lisa Love. That's the story of their life. That's the story of their life. They thieves. Oh, Toffee Mocha. I got a lot of y'all I don't recognize. What are their degrees in? She has degrees in what? We don't know, Toffee. She says she got an MBA or SBA or BBBS. Oh Lord, she always say, oh, she'll name about 4 different degrees. We don't know what they in. I guess don't nobody know but her. And her mama too. Her mama get to bragging on her too, y'all. Now that's funny. That is so funny. Her mama get to bragging too, Tofi. I think I'm seeing anybody else I missed. Lisa Love. Okay, let's see what Lisa Love's saying. You can expand your vocabulary. Let me put it up here. She said you can expand your vocabulary by simply reading. I made my stepdaughter read 30 minutes each day, and by 4th grade, she read on the 12th grade reading level, and her words set also changed. You know, Lisa Love, that's very important. And when I was growing up, I used to hate it. Other kids would be out there playing, and my grandfather, I had to read first. Well, I could even do anything. He would make me read, even with nothing but just what they used to call almanacs. Y'all don't know about that. Y'all too young. Well, just any book, even if it's just a comic book, whatever. Yeah, because it stimulates the brain. But my grandfather used to do all of us like that. And believe you me, I was always, me and my brother was the most advanced one in school from the 1st through the 12th grade. And you're sure right about that. And that's why little Sugar Mama and Melody kids like that too. Because that's what she do. She make them read too. Y'all, you can tell how advanced Sugar Mama is. I know Melody was reading her while she was in her womb. A lot of people don't believe that, but you can read to your children while they in the womb and talk to them while they in the womb. They hear you. Yes, very important. Thank you, Lisa Love. That was a good one. Latavia. That's pretty. Y'all got, you know what, I'm going to give my daughter that name. I don't know if that's how you pronouncing it. She having a little girl, Latavia. I'm going to give her that name. Her baby due in about a month. Yeah, she's looking for names. I love that. I'm going to ask her. I'm sure going to give it to her.
Tango, my Tango. I can't believe her as a bookkeeper more than with all that big boss stuff. She sure did say she used to be a bookkeeper. Oh my God. I hope it went about no damn money. Y'all know when we were watching this before we knew who they were. And Melody bailed out. And Melody said she wouldn't say what it was, but she said y'all was doing unethical stuff. That's what she said. She made a comment like that. So now we know that they are very unethical. So she wasn't gonna put her name on nothing with theirs. Nothing. After she found out about them, she dissolved everything with them. Woo-wee. All right, y'all. I'm finna go. I'm tired. I gotta go get my brother the medicine, y'all. BC Jones. Let me read what you say. Matu and Latifa. Oh, they both thieves, ain't they, y'all? That's why they've been married so long. They just alike. They will talk about everybody mess except for their own. It's to take the attention off of them. Anyway, the Lord is bringing out all their mess. It's called karma. Karma. Okay, y'all, I think I'm tired now. I gotta go, for real. TikTok with your girl. Bye, TikTok. I'll be over there. I gotta catch up with you. I've been busy. Yeah. Hey, y'all. Yesterday, the lights went back off again. As soon as I got through with my line yesterday, the lights went off again yesterday. All right. Well, y'all, bye-bye. See y'all tomorrow. Remember, we're still on melanin, part 2 of melanin tomorrow. Y'all don't want to miss it. Bye.